It don't matter. I'm gonna get fiberglass everywhere. I'm gonna itch so bad. I hate fiberglass work.
Today on Cars and Cameras, there's a hurricane on the horizon, Hurricane Debby. What better vehicle is there for inclement weather than the Hovercraft? So today on Cars and Cameras, we're gonna be reviving our scat Hovercraft for Hurricane Debby. Unfortunately, in the last Hovercraft episode, we kind of blew up our 503 twin-cylinder engine. Our fuel system was contaminated and one of the carburetor jets got clogged, causing a piston to melt. So we're gonna start today by installing a fresh piston, head, and gaskets.
Water. There's a lot of water in there. Huh. We're clear. Clear. We should have everything that we need to put this thing back together. Then we're gonna have to flush out our fuel system to make sure this doesn't happen again and clean out our carburetors. Then we're gonna be ready for a ride. That's why you put the paper towels in there.
What was it?
One of these.
One of the rod needle bearings?
Yeah.
Oops. So here's something that you don't see every day working on small engines. A roller bearing wrist pin bushing. So it needs to be installed in the rod like that. And as you can see, it's just a little bit sloppy. Well, when you install the piston and the wrist pin, it actually tightens right on up. Thank you, sir. And I wish you guys could feel this because it is very satisfactory smoothness. I don't know how to describe it.
Butter.
It's buttery. It is buttery. So it's really cool how these old two-strokes work. Unfortunately, we were told there's a $400 tool that we need to install the new piston onto the wrist pin with this roller bearing bushing. But it's fine. Ike says he has an idea.
Of course I got an idea. It'll be fine. So what I'm going to work on right now is I'm going to work on removing this wrist pin off this piston the rest of the way so I can take it over to the vise and trim off looks about like a 1-inch section for the tool. Dude, it's just under 1 inch. So let's do it. So I have the tool installed on the wrist pin.
Your special tool.
My special tool. I'm gonna charge Cars and Cameras a deal, $300.
That is a steal, buddy.
I know, right? So now that we got that ready to go, we're gonna go ahead and install the rings, and it is really hard to mess these up. So they are labeled top, and there's a fatter ring and a skinnier ring on this, and it's obvious which location they go to. The top one is a real skinny one, the bottom one is a fat one, and they have little pins to make sure you get the rotation correct on these rings. If you were to install these rings incorrectly, the edge of the ring can catch one of the ports, the exhaust port, the intake port, or whatever. And when one of these edges comes in contact with a port, you can snap a ring. So they have these nice little pins that keep the rings from rotating. So I am ready to try to install this pin. So the arrow on this piston goes towards the exhaust, which is what we've done. Now, I've got to very carefully
I'm not quite sure why that tool is going to be $400. It's basically a bushing.
Yeah.
That's it?
Well, I gotta install the C-clips, which are gonna be fun. So the pin's installed. Turns out I really didn't need the special tool. Really, the special tool is when you need to line up all of these and hold them in place. And, oh yeah, and these two as well. But we went ahead and we got a caged bearing. That way we don't have to use that special tool. So thought I'd just show the special tool anyways.
Do you offer refunds? Cars and Cameras already bought it.
No, It's bought. It's been used.
Oh, okay.
So, had to show the people.
All right, 1 star. Reported to the Better Business Bureau.
Oh no. All right, so we're gonna install the base gasket.
Feels a little weird having mismatched pistons in there, but oh,
they're round. So we are ready to install the bore, the sleeve, jug, whatever you want to call it. And we got to make sure that the rings are clocked in just the right way, and they are. I'm going to add a little bit of lubricant.
Pretty sure that's assembly oil, dude.
Yeah, add a little bit of assembly lube. We're planning on cranking this thing up pretty fast, so we're just using regular 2-stroke oil on this, because once we get this thing thrown together, we're gonna fire this thing up and hit red line. Actually, no, we can't.
You gotta break in the cam, change oil, you know.
Yeah, that's it. So there's a small chance we might be using this head, so trying to see what I can do to clean it up.
Yeah, we ordered another cylinder head that was supposed to match this engine, but look at the fin design. It does not match the fin design of the original, so it may not receive proper airflow. Yeah. So we're gonna see if we can clean this one up and reuse it. That's gonna be the better option, and try to return that one.
So I tried picking all the metal out of this cylinder head, and it's just still full. I can go around here and, oop, right there. There's a huge piece there that I tried picking out and I can't get it. I don't want to risk damaging this engine with anything coming loose from this head. So we were down to this head and I got to looking. It's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
And the issue is cooling. So you put this on, and what you got is you have a fan here pulling air this direction. Well, when the air comes this direction, it's going to hit this wall right here, and it's going to deflect it, and we're going to have 3/4 of a cylinder overheating here. So this is just not going to work. So we called up the guys, and they are actually sending us the correct head for this. He didn't know that there was a different style head. Now he knows. So another head's coming in the mail, a couple of days.
Yep.
And we'll get back on this.
So in the meantime, we can flush our fuel system.
That's right.
Like we should have done to begin with.
We didn't know. All right, so we're gonna be taking this tank out. It's actually really easy. It's like a boat tank. And we just gotta undo the strap and boom, that's it. So anytime you're emptying out a tank, make sure you dispose of the fuel properly. We poured it in John's Avalanche. With the filter. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we filtered it beforehand. Yeah. And there's actually a lot of metal in that thing.
There's metal in here. Like maybe something was failing or whatever. Not on what we have, but like maybe the gas station pump or something.
Right, over the years, man.
Over the years.
That's why you need to flush out your fuel system.
Yeah, so there's still some metal left in there. We're gonna be washing it out with the hose, and we're gonna let it evaporate, and hopefully it'll be clean. If not, then we're just gonna have to look for another tank. Make sure you shake it up real good to grab any garbage that's floating. So we got this thing cleaned out really good. We flushed it out about 5 or 6 times. And now we're gonna get rid of all the water we can out of it and leave it outside in the sun. And hopefully it'll all evaporate and no more garbage.
By the time our cylinder head comes in, man, that thing looks practically restored.
All right.
Cool.
All right, Bubba, go.
Oh, yeah.
This is how you aerate a pond, Cars and Cameras style. So Alex here was in the Army, and he has hovercrafting experience.
quotation.
From his Army days. You alright? Dude, that's why they call it the collarbone smasher.
Dude,
Oh, that's bad.
that's a bump.
Bags are broken.
Might be able to lift it back up.
Let's kill it.
There were no crunch. Let me see if I just lift it up, like hover it up.
You can try it. All right, so glad you're okay.
All right, let's go over and check for damage.
Yep.
There's damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, stump will do it. Oh, and a rock.
And a rock.
Ooh.
I think it's a tree stump.
Well, it needed fiberglass work before. Now it definitely needs fiberglass work. You know, we can spin this into a positive, boys. We could be like, Ike, you know what, man? You were gone. We thought we would fix your hovercraft because it already needed fiberglass work in the front.
Did it really?
That's how we'll do it.
So additional holes would help. It's motivational
Speed
holes.
holes?
Motivational holes.
Yeah.
Lightweight.
Do any of you guys know how to do fiberglass work?
I do.
Oh, all right, maybe we should fix it. That's pretty bad.
It was like that when I found it.
Not quite there. There was a hole.
Yeah, that's where the tree stump hit it.
Yeah. There was a hole over there. And here's where that zip tie popped off and we needed to redo it, or actually just that clip broke, but that's easy to replace.
You got a rivet gun, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is worse.
Not gone all the way through.
No, it didn't go all the way through, but
But it definitely took the clip off there. Boy, and it's kind of ripped up there. All right, let's fix Dad's hovercraft somehow.
Dad's gonna be mad.
Dad's gonna be mad.
Let's back the trailer up right now.
Yeah.
So as y'all saw, the Scat got in a slight accident, and we went ahead and we pulled off some of the skirting to check out the damage that we've got to the hull. So it didn't look too bad, but unfortunately he hit a stump with this, which put a lot of pressure in one spot. There's still some wood right here. It wanted to stab a hole in the hull, and then it damaged a previous patch, it looks like, that was done to the hovercraft. So we're going to be knocking all this fiberglass loose, sanding it down, and then reapplying some more fiberglass, and then putting the skirts on. It doesn't look too bad, but we do need to make it watertight, and it'll take a couple hours, and then we'll move on to the skirts, which are going to be pretty interesting there. It's a lot of skirts. All right, so I'm going to get the sander, and I'm going to start sanding and prying and all that. You even have dirt in here. I'm going to try to remove. Okay, there we go. Is that everything? Okay, cool. So, I'm not 100% sure if this is an old repair, or if it's just part of the way they made the hull of this boat, or vessel, hovercraft, whatever you want to call it. But there is a lot of pieces. Part of it looks like it's supposed to be this overlap of fiberglass over this fiberglass, but I don't know. If it isn't, then they did a halfway decent job on an old repair. But yeah, so the best thing I can do is probably grind this fiberglass loose, because all I'm doing is doing more damage by trying to break it loose. So I'm gonna roll this thing outside and hopefully have some decent weather outside to do some grinding. I know there's a hurricane coming, so we got to get this thing ready for the hurricane. We might need to get it ready to get out of here.
What if we need adult refreshments in the middle of the hurricane?
I got some root beer in the fridge.
There we go.
Yeah. Some Gatorade, some water. We're good. We need to get some chips. Maybe some popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, hurricane party. Have you ever attended a hurricane party?
No.
No. Well, there's always a first. Hurricane party and hovercrafts. That's a great combination there. All right, so I got the grinder. I got a respirator. I've got goggles, some arm protection, and some gloves. It don't matter. I'm gonna get fiberglass everywhere. I'm gonna itch so bad. I hate fiberglass work. I hate it. All right, here we go.
It did split the hole, so I'm gonna have to fiberglass up in there, and then we're gonna have to fiberglass over. So yeah, it hit pretty hard there, and it put a pretty good split in it. But I mean, it's fiberglass; it's repairable.
If we were running the Scat 2 hovercraft, the Scat 2 has that plastic hole, and it's like, from my understanding, it's not repairable. So I'm just glad this is fiberglass.
All right, we got it looking halfway decent. We're going to go ahead and just get it back inside, and we are going to start to fiberglass after we blow it off out here.
We're going to blow it off out here before we take it inside. All right, let's get this thing inside and start with fiberglass. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I prefer fiberglassing down, but we're going to be fiberglassing kind of up. It can be a little difficult. Oh, we're sliding off the back.
Oh.
Yeah.
How far away?
Oh, we can put it wherever. Now I've rubbed everything up where any fiberglass is going to be touching, because you want it to be rough so it'll stick. So yeah, so we've got a box of goodies over here. We got some fiberglass resin. We've got the fiberglass mat. This is my favorite stuff to use. I don't like the woven fiberglass. The woven fiberglass can be a pain like when you're smoothing things out, leaves too much of a pattern. And it looks like we have some hardener and some paintbrush. So it looks like we've got everything we need right now. So let me get started.
That reminds me of Spirit of the Halloween. Spirit of Halloween. Like a cheap Halloween costume.
Yes, it does.
We're gonna figure out if that works well in a hovercraft and a Hurricane. Most skirts are shipped inside out to minimize shipping volume. For installation, skirts must be reversed so that the thread seams are on the inside of the skirt. We've seen a depressing number of skirts installed inside out. Please don't be that person. Separate the 4 skirt types with the stock skirts, or find the front center of the craft and install the first AP skirt. So we have 13 that go around the front, we have a few that go on the sides, 32 that go on the sides, 12 that go on the ends, and we have another 26 we have to figure out where they go.
Okay, so I've got my first layers up here. I'm thinking about going with another layer. Plus I've got to take care of some of the ones up underneath where it has hit the ground and put a couple of holes in the hole.
It's over the years, yeah.
Yeah, over the years. So we're gonna fix those at the same time. But it's looking pretty good. I think the repair has turned out pretty good. And it's gonna be fine. And once we get these bags replaced, hopefully by tomorrow in the middle of the hurricane, we can go save some animals or whatever out on the property from drowning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Save the neighbors.
It's just gonna be me in a wig and like,
Help me. I don't,
We should run across the street and ask if they need any assistance.
damsel in distress. Yeah, just hover across the street.
We can ride it. I'll ride to Charlie's.
That's fine.
Be like, hey, you need a hand? Get off my lawn! Yeah, once it goes through, it just goes. You can replace all of them?
No, this one's cracked, that one's half gone. This one's broken. They're just the broken ones.
Right. Yeah.
Moss.
You'll be able to pop it through.
All right. So why are we only replacing the ones that are bad?
Because I feel like we're better off doing it that way. Like, we run more of a risk drilling into the fiberglass, leaving part of the rivet behind, basically making the holes too big for the rivets to hold.
Aren't there washers on the backside too, or something that we can't replace? Or
Sometimes there's washers on the backside. I couldn't feel behind because my arm's too big to see if there's washers. Notice that all of these are not exactly even.
yeah, I noticed too.
Yeah.
Finding replacement bags for this old craft was difficult, but replacing them was easy. The 3 of us replaced all of the bags in about 3 hours.
This might not be the exact kit for the craft, but
Yeah.
it's gonna work. Okay, thanks, bud. So, as y'all can see, this thing is kind of tattered. This is one of the better ones, in fact. And we have some new ones over here. And I don't think the design is exactly the same, but then again, we might not have the exact pieces for our craft. Did you get it for a scat one?
9-foot scat.
9-foot scat, but wound up with more of these brand new bags than we have of the old bags, right? It doesn't matter. That just means we got extras.
Exactly.
Which is awesome. So if we snag a bag, we can take it off and put on a brand new one. Actually, this does look like it matches. So
You basically got 3 different types of bags. You got the front, the rear, and the sides.
exactly. Front, rear, and sides. These are the rears. And this is the bottom, this is the top. They have a little extra material at the top, and on the bottom we have a couple of, what do you want to call this? I'm gonna just say ears that we can run the zip ties through that hook to the bottom of the hole down there with these pieces, which we got to check those before we put these bags on, because if any of them are rotten, hard, cracked, or whatever, we're gonna replace them. But if they're still good, I'm gonna leave them there. So we gotta find dead center of this craft.
Which it's hard to do because the fan is not centered to the fins, is not centered to the holes the air come out of.
But we're gonna go by the holes.
Yeah.
Because the bags cover the holes. If they're off center of the holes, that means we're gonna have air escaping between the bags and we're not gonna get a full inflation on the bag. So we're gonna go by what's on the hull. So there's 3 clips that go across the top here, and then 2 zip ties on the bottom. It's actually not a bad installation.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's just kind of hot.
I'm getting used to it. It's pretty good. So let's go ahead and start from the rear. Well, we started from the front. Next, you do the rear, and then lastly, you go down each side until the bags meet.
We got to hammer down, man. We only got 6 hours till Debby.
Till Debby, that's right. We got to have this thing ready for hurricane evacuation. So
Cars and Cameras search and rescue.
Exactly. All right, I'm thinking we're going to be done in time.
Let's do a weather check. Yep, so the pond is making its way up the creek there.
It is.
Up the runoff. Oh, dude, the backyard is flooded. Look at that.
I see it. It's getting pretty deep, and it's only going to get deeper, dude.
It is.
Dude, I wonder what the river crossing's like. I wonder if tropical storms have an eye like hurricanes. Maybe we're in the calmest part. Yeah. Man. Look at it go. Look at that boulder. Wow. Got a boulder right across the path. Thank you. Oh.
Oh, dude, what was that? Dude, that's a giant fish. What?
Oh my God!
See the size of
I
that
saw!
thing? He's still
there. He's still there.
What? We could be eating so good, boys. Where did he come from?
Is he going upstream or downstream? Oh, he's going down. Wow! How did that guy? That dude was huge. He was a big fish.
Way bigger than that.
Big.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Big. You were kidding at first.
No. I thought it was like beaver?
No.
I'm trying to find that fish. It got deep over here, so probably just swam away. This thing is looking good, man. Fresh bags with the beauty ring. Oh, it's back. It's back.
Dude, amazing.
Yeah, good job, guys.
It's like a new Hovercraft.
It's not bad. It's pre-owned.
That needs a wash real bad, but it's about to get washed.
It is.
Yeah.
We cleaned it. You can barely tell. But our bags are like nice and soft. They're not like brittle feeling.
I know, they're great.
So if we're gonna have anything prepared for Debbie, it's gonna be this Hovercraft.
It's gonna be this one.
If it runs, so let's test fire it.
What do you mean if it runs?
It's a two-stroke that's been sitting for more than 5 minutes. It might not run.
You want to crank it up on the trailer? Let's crank it up on the trailer.
Okay.
Because if it doesn't run, getting it loaded back up, it's a pain.
Yeah.
See what's happening.
You got the chokes on?
Yep.
I forgot how awesome this thing was. What do you think, man?
I hear the storm getting worse.
Me too.
I think we need to take this thing out and make sure everyone in the neighborhood is okay.
That's a good point.
Yes. So let's crank this thing up. Can you get the throttle for me?
Yep. Dude, look at the pond. That pond is high. Oh yeah. Hit him while he's down. Are those little Debbies? Man, he made Debby mad. He sicked little Debby after him.
Nope.
Oh, that was all of them?
Yeah, it was.
All right.
I mean, there's more in the shop.
My buoy washed up on shore somehow in this creek. I'm from Mississippi. I don't know how I ended up in North Carolina. If only I could have someone with a vehicle that could save me in such inclement conditions. What is that? It's a man with a little Debby in his mouth. I'm here to rescue you. Let's ride.
Debby, I got you. I'm gonna eat you for lunch.
On a serious note, thank you to everyone who reached out. Thank you to everyone who reached out when this hurricane was coming our way. Thankfully, we just have a little bit of flooding, nothing too bad. And look, it's not even raining right now. It's the weirdest tropical storm in history, but I'll take it.
Keep coming and going.
Yeah.
30 minutes will go by, just like this. Next thing you know, it's raining cats and dogs.
So in this episode, we fixed the hovercraft, we wrecked the hovercraft, and we fixed it again to make it better, and it took on Tropical Storm Debby. It is a great, like, if you got nothing else to drive and it's swampy outside,
Perfect.
It's not bad. Anyway, thank you all for watching the hovercraft saga. Hope you all enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up, and I hope everyone else has had minimal damage from the hurricane season so far this year. Thanks for watching again. We'll see you next time.
I'm not done yet.
We don't litter around here.
case you're wondering.
We clean up our messes.
Yeah. I mean, Luke's like, he's gonna. We got a missing nutty buddy.
We're sending out our scout.
Yeah.
He's a good tracker.
He
He will find it.
didn't know that I ate it already though.